Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy djsoulforce. Today we're going to take a look at the newest member of the Bugs 2 series and a new member to the Bugs family. I hope I don't bug anybody with this video. No pun intended. The MJX BUGS series, the Bugs 3, the Bugs 2, the Bugs 5, Bugs 6, they have all been pretty nice value for the dollar, guys. The Bugs 2 SE is essentially the Bugs 2 with just some advanced features. Actually, the same bird as the Bugs 2 W, which I really love that bird. I've flown it a lot, and I've taken a lot of nice videos with it as well. This one has the same camera, same motors, same canopy. It comes in a battleship gray color. It uses that upgraded transmitter, or the newest transmitter for MJX. MJX introduced this transmitter at the time the Bugs 3H was introduced to the market. Okay, guys, so there are just a couple of slight differences. This Bugs 2 SE uses a different clamp to secure the battery inside the drone. So your regular Bugs 2 batteries, your Bugs 2C and Bugs 2W battery won't fit in there because of that clamping device. However, I have seen some guys remove this clamp and able to slide that battery in, but without that clamp you stand a chance of your battery falling out during a crash or something like that. And I've seen guys use Velcro strips to secure the battery in there. Now the good news is your standard Bugs 3 battery, your OG original Bugs 3 battery, fits in there no problem, and the XT30 connects with no problem. And you could either use some rubber bands in an X formation around the back legs, and that'll hold that battery in place too. So other than that, there were no differences, guys. The upgraded features are waypoints, follow me, point of interest. In the app there's also a tap to fly, which is sort of like point of interest, except you just draw a straight line on your map and the bird will fly out to that point and turn around and come back, or something like that. Those advanced features, waypoints and tap to fly, I don't think I'll be able to test those because my Bugs Go app won't pull up the map. It will give me a location of my drone. It shows a beacon on a big square white box, and I'll demonstrate that, guys, when we take it out to the field. I'm going to take it out right now. It's cold outside, so I'm going to do a quick first flight with it, maiden flight, and let's just see if it flies like the other Bugs too. I got this one in recently from gearbest.com, and they're offering this bird in 1, 2, or 3 battery packages, and they also have a pretty neat backpack available for it too, guys. I'll put those links in the description. If you don't have one of the Bugs 2 series birds already, this might be the one to consider, guys. So if you are thinking about buying it, I appreciate it if you use the links in the video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy djsoulforce. Pow! Let's take it out to the field. Okay, guys, check it out. This is gonna be her first flight, and for a minute here, guys, let's just pretend I'm not a reviewer, and just for a minute here, let's pretend I don't have a Bugs 2 already that I've test flown, all stock right now, guys. So I'm gonna give it its first flight and pretend that I don't know anything about this bird. Give you my impressions on what I think about it, brand new, right out of the box. Turn on the transmitter, plug in the battery, fire up my smartphone, which I have the Bugs Go app downloaded already, guys. Let's go ahead and open up the Bugs Go app. Let me make sure my phone is connected to that Wi-Fi. Yes, it is. The Bugs Wi-Fi is connected. The Bugs Go app can be used on all the bugs, all the MJX bugs that have 5G Wi-Fi cameras connected to them. I had to dial over to find the Bugs 2 SE. Here's our first look at the camera. Before we do that, just like the Bugs 2 original, you have to calibrate. It's a mandatory calibration. All 4 lights are blinking green here now. And now I have solid red in front, solid green in the back. Here you can see my Google map. It's not working. There's a beacon moving around on the map. Looks like it's searching for the bird. However, I'm not getting the satellite view that I like to have. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off here, guys. We have 13 satellites, and let's unlock the motors. I'm gonna do a manual push it up, take off. Let's get ready to start the video. Bit, but she is holding that position very well, just like the original Bugs 2. There's no optical flow sensors or nothing on this one, guys, but and this one uses just GPS, not GPS and GLONASS. Let's test the automatic land button real quick. There was something I forgot to do. If I truly was a newbie flying this bird for the first time, I forgot to lock the battery into place. This battery don't click and hold into place. You have to lock it into place. I'm gonna do an automatic takeoff here, guys, and that should record our home point for us as a brand new home point. Give it a little altitude. And test this GPS hover. Now I'm gonna yaw it to the left. Testing to see if she holds her GPS position. Not too bad. Yaw it to the right. I like that. I like that. She holds her axis. Now, guys, since this is the first flight, and I said I was flying it like a newbie, I want to keep it in close on this initial test flight and test my FPV. I believe I'm in headless mode, guys. Let me take her up. I can't see it for that sun, and get a feel for my orientation. Okay. That kind of sucked. I had the headless mode switch on. You guys know me, I never fly in headless mode. I didn't panic. I discovered as I kept pushing out, even after I yawed the bird around, she still kept going out. So we could say headless mode worked. I got a screen recorder going on here, guys, so we can test the FPV. Pictures are a little choppy on my phone. These 5G Wi-Fi signals can vary from phone to phone or mobile device to mobile device. Let's do a quick fly over the swimming pool. Pretending to be a newbie, but as as a more advanced pilot, I would never rely on this 5G Wi-Fi to totally for flying my bird. So I do have line of sight on it. The Wi-Fi is looking pretty good. Okay, I've received our first beep. At the time it beeped, the FPV or the app froze up for a second, but I do have it back now. Let's fly away from the pool back toward the fountain. Should bring her back in my direction. Okay, there she is. Of course, guys, I'm gonna do the full-blown Soulforce range test on it coming up soon. Right now, like I said, I wanted to see what it feels like just to be an average John Doe taking this bird brand new out of the box, flying around my favorite fly spot. Apologize for that sun there, guys, but I am flying it line of sight to see what it feels like, you know, without modifications. She flies pretty good. She flies just like a Bugs 2. Bring her in a little closer. She following me or just pointing her camera toward me? Oh, she's coming closer. She won't be following me too far, guys. Looks like a nice day out here, but this field is soaking wet. Okay, she's with me. She's updating slow. The information is getting back to the bird slow. I'm not sure if the app froze up for a second or not, but we seem to be back on track. Let's walk toward it. Yep, she's backing up. Now, guys, this is going to be kind of awesome one day when 5G does come to America. I'm coming out of that mode. My information through the app is updating kind of slow to the drone, and as you guys know, we don't have 5G LTE or whatever they call it, Wi-Fi yet across America. It's coming soon, guys. I imagine the day that happens, you will be able to have constant contact with your drone, just like calling another buddy's cell phone. If you have constant contact with that cell phone, the same theory applies. I'm not sure why she's beeping. Maybe the battery's low or something, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit return to home. She's returning. Nice flyer though. I didn't talk much while flying it about how it flies, guys, because it's a Bugs 2. It's a Bugs 2. No need to go over all that again. The sticks are very precise. The bird handles well. The GPS hold is rock solid. We're about to test the GPS accuracy for returning her home. But she held her position well. When you let go of the sticks, it stop, pop, lock, and drop. And I would have to say, I don't have my pad with me today. I didn't mark the spot precisely, but that is pretty damn accurate to me, guys. Let's go ahead and stop that recording and power down the drone. I'm gonna have to get used to this little locking mechanism. It's totally different from the previous bugs. But guys, that was pretty cool for the very first flight. Let's go home and look at that video, and make sure you look for the links in the description of the video for where to buy this bad boy. I like it. If you're brand new getting into GPS for the first time, you're looking for a cheap, reasonably priced camera drone that can give you FPV to your phone. Not to say that Wi-Fi FPV is the best in the business, but like I said, if you're just getting into aerial photography, not too bad, guys. Stay tuned for follow-up review on this one. You know I'm going to do a long-range test on it, and I'll probably put 5.8 gigahertz FPV on it and take it out, see if she'll do 1,000 meters like her sisters. It's your boy DJ Soulforce. Pow! I'm out of here.